I just really don't want to wash my hair today. Hey guys, welcome back. I don't want to wash my hair today, genuinely. I had planned to wash it today and this morning do you ever get those days where you just mentally are not prepared to do it? And I'm like, it's not super dirty. I've still got some good curl definition, but I was gonna do it and I was gonna film, but I just didn't have anything specific in mind. And I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna do a video about what to do when you don't wanna wash your hair, because that is what I'm feeling today. So this is day 5 hair and it's looking good. And this is the day 5 after the last video I posted. So the last video I posted was the Umberto Giannini wash day. So this is the day 5 after that, which I think is remarkably good. The back might not be quite so good, but it's been a really good 5 days of curls. And I should wash it because, you know, you're trying to line up your plans. But anyway, I'm not going to. And I'm going to show you a few things that I like to do when I just don't want to wash my hair. So the first one is something I've showed you many times before and it's fairly obvious, but it is dry shampoo. And this is my favorite, Hair Dance dry shampoo. And it just, it's a powder form and it just smells lovely. It refreshes your scalp. This one is the grapefruit. They also have it in a lavender version as well. Both smell amazing. You just need a little. And I tend to put it into my fingers carefully because it will go everywhere in clouds, and just kind of pat it and massage it into the roots like that. And my hair's not particularly greasy, but if your hair has a little bit of excess oil, then that dry shampoo is going to just absorb that. And also it's volumizing, so instantly gives me that extra volume. So you could just do that and then that be you. Your scalp's refreshed, smells nice, and you know, it doesn't look like an oil slick anymore. Not that mine did, but if yours did. So that's a really simple and easy one. I'll link it in the description. I've also got a discount code as well. The second thing I like to do is very simple, and that is use a scrunchie. Now look at the size of this, look. Face for comparison. And this is from Curly Girl Silks, and I love massive scrunchies. And the reason I like a massive scrunchie as opposed to a small scrunchie is because the volume of the actual, you know, material of the scrunchie, this is a silk one, will help to give your ponytail extra volume. So what I tend to do is just flip my head over, and then I've been quite liking doing one further to the front, so a bit more near to my hairline at the front, and then just loosening it a bit like that. And I feel like I still get to kind of show off my ringlets a little bit, because they're all here sitting at the front. You can kind of pull it over the scrunchie, but that big fat scrunchie is giving all that extra volume, so you could wear it like that. I tend to do this when I'm just in the house and I want it out of the way, but you can also fancy this up a bit with a headband or a scarf. And this is a satin scarf. This one's actually from Curlsmith, but any silk or satin scarf, like go to the charity shop, the thrift store, and find, you know, a silk or satin scarf. And then you can fold it in half on the diagonal, like that. And then you can actually take it up and tie it over those curls and back down again. You can also sort of roll and tuck all those loose ends at the back there if you want. And then if you pull at these loose hairs here, you can actually give yourself like a faux fringe effect. So if you're going to do this, my top tips for doing this are pulling the hair down long enough so that it doesn't look like you've got like a super short fringe, and the curls at the sides, pull those down a little bit longer, so you want a kind of graduated length look like you probably would have if you had a real curly fringe in real life. And you can separate those, doing, just to make it look a bit fuller. Use the hair that's left. You could even tuck it under the scrunchie or pin it if you need to just make this hair look a bit more like a bun. And there we go, kind of a faux fringe. Now, I haven't left the house with this yet because I'm still not 100% sold on it on me, but I see this on other people and I'm like, wow, it looks so cool. And then I do it myself and I think I like it, but I don't know. So this is how it looks. What do we think? You can also do something similar, and for this I like to use a slightly smaller scrunchie. This one's also from Curly Girl Silks and it's got this lovely ribbed texture. This time I'm going to leave down a little bit of hair at the front, probably on both sides, and just take the rest of the hair up, but this time the ponytail is going to be a bit more of like a regular ponytail on the crown of my head there. And I'm going to add a headband, and this one actually just arrived this morning. I have a few in this style from Dandelion, but this is satin inside and out, and the animal print I think is absolutely adorable. Now you could at this point, if you want to define these sections, you could add a little bit of product to them. You could get a refresh product like the Umberto Giannini Refresh Spray, or where's that coming from? There we go. Something like that to redefine them, or just do what I'm doing and kind of wrap them, finger coil them dry around your finger. Sometimes that I find is enough to just make the curls reclump, or you could do a dry refresh with a bit of curl cream or something, and then pull at that ponytail to make it nice and voluminous, and there we go. Or you could of course make this into a bun, just twist it around and then stick in a few grips. And the scrunchie sort of acts like a bun donut ring, you know, so that it gives your bun a bit more structure. So yeah, I think I really, really like that actually. I think these Dandelion headbands are just absolutely gorgeous. I love the shape of them. And the thing about them, which is really special for me, is that they don't dig in at all. So usually headbands come down to kind of here behind your ear, don't they? And I find like that's a real pressure point for me for headaches. These are a bit shorter, so they come to the top of my ear. So where they end is not a point that tends to give me headaches the same. And also the flexibility of the actual band. I mean, I'm not putting any pressure on that. It's just very, very flexible. And because the material over the band is quite thick, nothing is digging into your scalp at all. So I just find that's great. And of course you can do this hairstyle without the headband too. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that one of my new favorite accessories is a banana clip. It's a little bit different to like the old-fashioned banana clips from the 80s and 90s, which is like on a plastic hinge. This one's on elastic, and it has an elastic closure at the top as well, which makes it quite flexible depending on, you know, how much hair you've got. It can work for fine hair or really thick hair, because of course the elastic can just stretch. Now my hair is fine, medium density, and I find these work really well. I think they would also work well for lower density hair, especially if you can get one that kind of tones in with your hair color. I accidentally ordered black. I meant to order like it was like a lighter brown color, but it doesn't matter, and I love it. And the brand of mine is Hairzing, and I'll link it in the description. I'll also link a really similar one from the UK Amazon, because I actually got this on the US Amazon because I had a gift voucher to spend. So anyway, I'm going to show you a couple of ways to use this now. So the simplest one is just a ponytail, but what it does to your ponytail, just wait and see. I tend to just flip my head over, and then I'll place the connected end at the nape of my neck. And then when I come up, right, I've got, you know, the comb on both sides here. And when it's on, you see that the comb has a curve, so that curve should curve tightly to your head. So then you just want to lift it up and slide the two long slides in to your hair, kind of push them together a bit, and then tie it at the top. So there's that bit of elastic. This one actually has two loops, so you can choose the tightness. I'm going to go tighter. I'm going to choose the second loop, and then it just hooks over that little ball fastening there. Now you can start tweaking it and push those combs together, like close to your scalp and into each other. And that's going to make that clip secure, and it's going to make it kind of hold on to itself and also sit nice and flat to your scalp. So now you want to just pull your hair as loose as you want it around your face. And for me, I like to just pull my baby hairs down because they sort of hide that peak in my hairline, and pull a few bits right around your face if you like. And that is how it looks. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous because it gives you that ponytail look, but it doesn't sacrifice any of your length. So you get this really long, voluminous ponytail, and just play with it. If you get your hands on one of these banana clips, just take your time to get used to using it and you know, figuring out how it works best in your hair. This is a large size. I also have a medium size, and you can do a fantastic half up doing the same thing, just half up, but it gives you that fullness of a half up, which is really nice too. And I have a video for that on my Instagram and my reels if you want to see. But yeah, I just think that is absolutely gorgeous, and it's great for days where like your top layers or your roots are looking a bit stretched out, because it doesn't matter. And what it does is it kind of pushes all the curls back and together and makes the most of, you know, any curls you do have in your lengths. And I want to show you one more way to use this banana clip, but using it like on the top of your head. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my scrunchie, and you just want to place your hair where you want it. So I'm kind of going to put it about here. Just tie that fairly loosely, don't worry too much about that because that scrunchie is going to come out. Just loosen it a little bit, then get your banana clip and hook it underneath. Again, just slide those clasps in nice and close to the scalp, and use your connector here and just hook that over. And again, just take your time to really push the slides together into each other and also nice and close to the scalp. Then you can take out your scrunchie and let the hair just fall. Now you could actually just leave it like that, and it's a bit more of a high ponytail with a bit of volume. But what we're going to do now is turn this into an updo. But firstly, I'm going to loosen the hair here at the front and kind of create a little bit of a bump there for some volume. And then basically what we're going to do is just start taking sections of curls and doing a little loop and then pinning them, so that you're doing this all around the clip and covering it, so you won't actually be able to see the clip by the end of it. Now, I did a very similar one to this on Instagram for a reel. It came out looking really sort of 40s inspired, and I absolutely loved it. So this is pretty much the same thing, but in this, my hair is a little less stretched out than it was when I did that. So I'm pinning the curls. I'm pinning the curls more individually with this one. It's still quick, and you can take as small or as big sections of your hair as you want to, and you just kind of are looping them in towards the base and sticking a pin in. Just make it up as you go along. There's no particular rules. It's just a case of using your hair to cover up the banana clip and using enough pins so that it's going to stay. You can actually push your pins directly into the clip as well, because it'll slide just into the teeth like that. Okay, so just a couple of sections really. So I'm going to just focus on covering up the bottom of the clip here so that can't be seen. So I just used a second mirror to look at the back, and I've just carried on adding some pins to get the shape I'm looking for. So when I did it on Instagram, it was really quite big and voluminous on the top, and it felt quite fancy and it was beautiful, like I would love it for a wedding or a night out or something. But this is a slightly more sort of contained version, so I've made it a little bit smaller. I've just kept adding pins to kind of contain it, and this is what we have, and I love it just as much. But this is one I feel like I would happily go to the shops in this and not feel like everyone's looking at me because my hair is really big and, you know, fancy. It just looks like my hair is up. But with the banana clip, I love the shape you get. I love that the updo is this curved shape, so you can do so much with it. You can make it big and voluminous, or you can make it small. Those are just some things I do when I just can't be bothered. Just can't be bothered washing my hair, and I'm gonna leave my hair like this now for the rest of the day. Glad I left this one till last because I think this is my favorite. It takes a little bit more effort than the others, but I think it's just really effective, and it feels really secure. It's not going anywhere. I hope that was helpful, and let me know what you do when you can't be bothered washing your hair. Just a little end note to leave this on is that probably 50% of the time when I can't be bothered washing my hair, I do nothing with it. So it just goes up in a ponytail or is left down looking however it looks. Stick a hat on or something. But if you can't be bothered washing your hair but you still want your hair to look presentable, then those are some ideas, and I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope you have a lovely day whatever you've got planned, and I will see you soon. Bye.